Good morning, everyone. Okay, if you read the title of this, I used the terms hot mess. So, you know how the other day I gave a tour of my crafting space? Well, in a matter of 3 days, with several prior conversations and thoughts and dreams, um, we have ripped pretty much the whole thing apart. Um, because I am revamping everything. So I am hoping to just focus on this tiny little area right now and what's in front of me. So thank you for joining me. For those that are new here, my name is Chris. I'm also a little discombobulated because the camera's over to the side and my computer screen is straight in front of me, but my computer is where I can keep track of if things are working right. So I apologize for no eye contact right now, but I'm going to flip the camera down in a second anyway. My name is Chris. I'm coming to you live from my hot mess Stampin' Studio in Worthington, Minnesota. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. I just came home from the post office and it's almost 50 degrees out. But tomorrow is supposed to drop to like 12 or something insane. So we're just praying for no snow. We do need the moisture, and I do believe it's going to rain, and so we will get it in the form of rain, hopefully. I guess if it snows, it'll melt right away anyway. It's supposed to be 70 on Friday or Saturday, so just a delightful winter that we've been having here. So, I'm participating in a challenge to go live every day in the month of February. I failed last weekend, life, and I didn't want to stop life for the challenge. I tried to make up for it. We'll see if that counts at all. And this weekend, life got even crazier. We had a really busy Saturday. We both came home not feeling very well. And so Sunday, my husband and I, laid low. So there was no point in trying to go live just to share my misery with you. Anyway, um, this is the last week of celebration. If you have anything else that you are looking towards earning on the celebration sale, please do that ASAP. If you have not seen the new items that they added that are not in the catalog, please check them out. I'm almost positive that they're posted on my page. If not, reach out to me. I know I emailed them out. If you're not on my email list, please reach out. I would love to send you upcoming classes and specials and tips and tricks and things in your email if that's better for you or another way that you want to be able to participate. What else? The join special is over on the 29th also. So if you're curious about that, reach out. If you want that glass plate, now's your chance to get it for free. You can pick $125 worth of anything you want in the catalogs. And then pay $99, free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin. And then you get that glass mat valued at $60. So, let me go ahead and flip my camera. Bear with me. I don't want you to see the disaster. My lighting is all wonky also. You know, I'd taken time to get my lights so that there weren't any glares. And now, well, I think we're going to be fine. So, I am going to apologize up front. I designed this layout weeks and weeks ago using the One Horse Open Sleigh 6x6 Designer Series paper from the mini catalog that is no longer current. Am I correct on that? Yeah, this was in the last mini catalog. So this paper is not current anymore, but any paper would work for this layout. So I decided to go ahead and put it together for you anyway. So I typically work in 12 by 12, and I typically work in double page. So actually for this project, I'm going to remove my glass plate, and because it's not really the best for 12 by 12. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using, this is also retired paper. This was from the, let me see, what was it called? I want to say Dashing Through the Snow, but I might have made that up. Oh, I don't think I have any of it left, actually. So I'm not 100% sure what it was called, but irrelevant, it's not available anymore. So, the back was a green plaid. I'm using the wood side, and I want the wood grain to run this direction. Alright, I've pre-cut almost all of this. So, I cut a whole bunch of little banner pieces. And we are going to stack these up and make just a clever little layout using the banner pieces, some strips of paper that are, let's see, the designer series paper. This one is 1 3/4, and 1 7/8. 1 7/8. All right, so, and then I've got, I'm going to show you also how you can use the 6x6 paper, and even if you're on a 12 by 12 layout. All right, I've got a little sunshine coming in there, but we're going to go with it. All right, I've also chosen some pictures here. These are from when Doug and I went to Alaska last summer. We don't have very many different poses. I was just looking, thinking this was the same picture. Completely different picture, but there we are, looking very much the same. All right, so I'm going to put, let's see, let's get all these little banner pieces out of the way. Is anybody here with me today? I think I'm all by, oh, hi, Sherry. Sherry's here. I was going to say, I think I'm all by myself today. But Sherry's here. She caught me live again. Okay, so I'm going to put a strip of paper. This is 8.5 by 11. And another strip of paper. And I'm going to have those meet in the center. I'm going to be using 2 pieces of the 6x6, and I will either just overlap that or trim it. We'll see what I come up with here. And then let's get my pictures on here. Alright, I know that I want this one facing that way. And I want to separate these two since they look so much alike, but they're not. Alright. So, I am not even going to trim my pictures. I am going to leave them exactly like that. And then we're going to come in and we're going to fill the rest of the page with those banners that I cut out. So, alright, let's go ahead and start adhering things together. So first I'm going to put down this strip, and I'm going to go, I don't know, fairly close to the top. I had it a little further away, but I'm going to move everything up. All right, and the other side is going to mirror that. I haven't scrapbooked for a long time, other than some pages that I have done for demonstrations. So I'm hoping to get back into scrapbooking. There is going to be a title on the top of this, and so I'm putting glue on this side of the designer series paper, and I'm leaving the other side loose because I don't know if I want to overlap it, or if I want to trim it, or if I want to meld it together. It's going to depend on where my letters fall. So for now, I'm leaving a good chunk of it loose. Same thing on the opposite side. And I'm just letting that early espresso peek out from under. Again, this is not attached, but it can be eventually. All right, and now again, I am, oh, okay, wait a minute, I had these numbered. Ha! I did have a plan. Let's see, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how close I got to 1, 2, 3. Are these two that are, oh my gosh, there we're going to be side by side. It's okay. I'm gonna, all right, I'll go with it. I must have had a plan for that. I'm not sure what it was. Oh goodness. Okay, so like I said, I am not going to trim these at all. I'm going to put them on because I want you to see how simple it can be. Other than taking some time to pre-cut the banner pieces and these strips, this is going to be very simple. Again, it's eventually going to have a title. Maybe I'll let you guys help me decide what the title is, because I don't know. I don't have a plan for the title. It could be, it can't be Pike's Boat Landing because not all the pictures are from there. Okay, so something's crooked. Slide that one down just a little bit. That's the nice thing about that liquid glue. It's a little bit forgiving. Okay, I just remembered also that I was going to leave the bottoms loose so I could slip the banners underneath, and I forgot to do that, and so I am going to just butt the banners right up to the photos. No worries. No worries. Have any of you been to Alaska? It was an amazing trip. We had a lot of fun. We had great weather. You know, we were prepared for cold weather, and it just didn't happen. We just had the best weather that we could have ever imagined for Alaska. So, alright, I am going to have to trim a couple of these. Oh, maybe not. Yes, I am. I'm going to have to trim a couple. So, it's okay. I think I probably knew that going into it, that they were not all going to be exactly the right height, length. What do you think about the border, or the, what do you think about it so far? Let's see, I need the white one over here. And okay, so now I'm going to bring down my trimmer, and I'm just going to use a little marker and mark where some of these need to be trimmed to. I want them to be right at or close to the photo. Alright, let's start with those. Bring my trimmer on here. And I think I can do them all at one time. Let's be brave about it. 2. I'm just lining up that tiny little mark that I made with the channel on my trimmer. Okay. Let's get rid of these scraps. Let's put these back down. So, oh my gosh, those were numbered too, you guys. That's what happens when you take too long in between projects to assemble. Alright, I'm going to glue these down. This was number 10. I wonder in the end where this was supposed to be. Not going to worry about it. So now I'm going to go right up to the photo and right to the edge. This was number 9. 9, 10. 10, 9 is where we're at now. So what did you guys do this weekend? Did you enjoy the nice weather? This was supposed to be number 6. Okay. This one I must have trimmed the number off. Yeah, we had really nice weather again in Worthington this weekend, so we were blessed to be out and about in it until we were not. Until we both decided we were not feeling that great. And spent the rest of Saturday and all day Sunday lounging. So, okay, this is supposed to be number 14. Well, at least this one is down near the end where it belongs, right? Now I could have put some dimensionals on the back of some of these. I could have, yeah, so some of them could have been popped up, but I just chose to leave them as is. Alright, let's go ahead and trim a few. That one is fine. I think this is the only one that I need to trim here. Alright, so yeah, I could have done dimensionals. I could have done a pattern of paper so that the only thing that really jumped out at me was this whitish piece. I just didn't feel like both white pieces belonged on the same side. Other than that, I have no pattern. I hope when I'm done I don't regret that. But right now I do not have a pattern on how I chose the papers. Other than that, they were all coordinated, which is one of the amazing things of the Stampin' Up! Products. If you buy a set or a pack of paper, they all will coordinate. And it will even tell you on the package what solid colors coordinate. So that's one of the things that a lot of people really love about Stampin' Up! The coordination. Ah, don't do that. Alright, let me get that off of there. ASAP. I'm gonna use, oh my goodness, I just dropped that. This is a little bit moist. Okay, my glass mat chamois saved the day. Okay, we're almost done here. We are almost done. Other than a title. Oh, this was number 3. This one is right where it was supposed to be. By luck. Just by luck. Love the horns. Yeah, you love my moose. Moose, I guess antlers? Is that what they're called? Maybe they're horns. They were mounted on the wall of this hunter's shack that we saw on one of our tours. Okay. There we are. Keeping in mind that I'm leaving these loose for now until I decide what the title is going to be. And then I will put the date down here. So let me grab what I'm going to use for the title. These are the Alphabet a la mode dies. It's really very bright in here today. Normally I don't have this much problem with, but I am sitting smack dab in the middle of my room. All my other videos and for years I have been sitting at an island which is up against the wall, but we are working on some sort of remodeling in here. So for right now I am smack dab in the middle. What if this says, this might not be for an album, this might be for my magnetic display board where I hang layouts as a decoration item. Alaska. So I might just do something simple. Let's see. Jeepers, these are all over the place. Usually they're nicely stuck down. It's like I had a little hurricane in my box here. Let's find the numbers. TV. Let's see. 2000. I guess I used the zeros, huh? 2024. Alaska. I'm feeling very, very uncreative right now. Irrelevant. What I will use is I will bring out some scraps of, you know what, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the letters. because I have never demonstrated using the adhesive backed, what's the fancy name? Adhesive sheets. Alright, so let me grab some Early Espresso. I know I want that color. Alright, get my box of scraps here. This is probably a really good size right here. Okay, so I'm going to slide all of this out of the way. It's mostly glued on, so. Alright, these are adhesive sheets. These are in the annual catalog. You get 12 sheets in a pack, and you'll see that they are, it's I would say perforated. Okay, so I'm going to tear off one section of that, and it is about the same size, almost exactly the same size as what this piece of paper is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this back on here because otherwise I will have that sticky stuff everywhere. And I'm just going to trim this off with my scissors. Okay, so now that makes this sheet of Early Espresso a sticker sheet. I'm going to go ahead and use my mini stamp cut emboss machine. I'm going to set my letters on here. Let's start with Alaska. I never finished spelling Alaska here, did I? We will now. Alright, A, L, A, S, let's find the K. I got distracted by the hurricane. Then I'm going to have to do one more A, and then 20, 24. So I'm going to need another 2. Alright, it doesn't matter how crooked or straight they are because they're getting die cut. They're going to be put on separately. Alright, I'm sure you're all thinking, jeepers, is she clever. What a creative title for that page. Huh? Alright, I need another A, and I need another 2. Alright, the others, you'll see, pop right out, but they didn't come out super easily out of the die, but I'll show you how simple they're going to come out as soon as I get these 2 done. Okay, check that I still have adhesive on the back. So now I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to give them a little pop, and there's my 2, and poke one of the holes, there's my A, and I'm ready for the last 2 letters that I need, letter and number. And then we'll go ahead and stick these on, and then I can decide where I want that seam to be in my banner at the top. Alright, perfect. Okay, so now I will get rid of this, and I will leave that on there because you just never know when you're gonna want another something that's adhesive on Early Espresso. Okay, I'm also going to show you a trick for getting these straight. Sherry, it's just you and me today. Nobody else on. Got a private little lesson. For those of you watching later, thanks for joining the replay. Just mark replay in the comments. It helps my page get more traffic, and if you have a question or a comment, then I can comment back. So if you're just joining, yeah, it's nice to have a small audience also. No nerves today. Okay. All right. So now, this is a tip that I have used many times. Where is my little ruler? Well, okay, I'm going to do something a little different. This is a tip I learned from another demo. I've showed you this before. I'm going to actually bring the camera down a little bit. And I wasn't super sold on the wall safe Post-it tape, but I'm going to give it another try. All right, so I want this to say Alaska, A-L-A-S-K-A. And when I put it on my page, I want it to be nice and straight. I'm going to bring back in my glass mat, because it has a grid on it. You know, before I had this, I would have been using grid paper, but because this has a grid on it, now I can use this. All right, so I'm in a line. I had it all nice, didn't I? I'm just going to choose a line on here. A, L, A, S. Now there is an angle here to where I am sitting, so I may have to get my head in the camera. I think it looks good. I'm going to take some photos. Safe, what is it called? Wall safe tape. I'm going to fold back an edge of it just because I don't want it to need to be a little bit longer. I don't want it to stick down to the glass mat and then not be able to get it up. So one of the things that is nice about this tape is that it doesn't have static like sometimes when I pick up when I use regular Scotch tape. It kind of pulls the letters or the small pieces that I'm trying to line up, and then they cling to the piece of tape before I'm ready for them. So that is one advantage to it. I don't know why. Oh wait, I can use the one I already pulled off here. This will work now. I don't know why it doesn't have static like other Scotch tape. Okay, let me set those to the side. I'm going to bring back in my layout, and let's just bring in half of it. All right, so here's Alaska, and remember I have an overlap because this paper is only 6 inches. So I'm going to put the L right over where that overlaps. So now I can, and it will hide that seam. So now I can glue this down. I could trim this off, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put a little glue under here. Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit of early espresso on the left side. Bring this back in. Oh, I've got to peel the backs off now. So now I have to peel off the wax part from this. Again, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Well, I think I am. You just have to get it just right. There we go. Okay. Let's move this away. I don't want to take it off of the wall safe tape. Oops. Apparently I can't do this and talk at the same time. This takes concentration, people. Alright, I'm just about done here. So these are going to all be nice and sticky. Now I'm not going to have a lot of wiggle room here on playing with it. They're pretty sticky. So once I lay this down on my layout, I have to be pretty careful here because they're going to be kind of hard to fix if I mess up. But I think I'll be okay. So here's where the seam is in my paper. You can't hardly even see it, but I'm putting the L right over the seam so it hides it for sure. Okay, now this is where I ran into, I thought that it did take a little of the paper off, but it did not. I didn't push it on real hard, but look at that! Perfection! Now I can come back in anytime and I can add some pine trees or some pine cones or any other kind of decoration on here. I can put some gems or some ribbon, but for today I'm really only showing you this much of the layout. Alright, so now this one I am not covering with anything, so I think I am going to trim this off. I'm just going to poke a little hole here with my pick tool. Keep my eye on that. Take it over here to my trimmer and trim this off. Again, leaving just a little bit of the early espresso showing. And again, I always have that option to come back in and decorate the top of this banner with, I see kind of some evergreen trees up here, maybe a moose. I'll have to look through my scrapbooking things and see what I have. So that seam barely shows. I bet you can't even see it. Cool. Alright, now we've got my date sitting up here on tape, and we're going to put that right down here. And I'm going to put it right smack dab down here in the corner. Nope, I'm going to put it right here. Oh, it won't stick if I don't take off the wax paper. You were probably thinking that while you were watching. Well, it gave me an idea of where I wanted to put it. So, I think that this wall safe tape worked today, so I'm giving it a second chance. Maybe, I can't remember what I tried it on. Did I run it through the, I ran it through the Big Shot, I think, or through my Stamp Cut Emboss machine. So maybe that's not a good use for it, because it really did stick to my paper the other day. But for placing things, it definitely has a purpose. I think it would also work good when you're using your blending brush on a mask. All right. Oh, that is just slick. And I think if I find a good place to keep them, I could reuse them. So, all right. Let me get some of this out of the way. Again, that was using the adhesive sheets. They are 6 by 12. There are 12 in a pack. I'm going to get some of this out of the way so I can show you the final, for now, the final layout. And let me raise up the camera. It keeps asking me if I want to end the video. No, I don't want to end the video. Okay, we're just about done, but okay, there's pretty much the whole layout. Isn't that simple? I like how these come together in the middle or go from big to small. I maybe should have rearranged these two photos since they're so much alike. They really are in different locations, but this is a fish wheel in the background here. But just simple, just using Designer Series paper cut into strips, all different widths and all different lengths, and then I used my banner punch to punch the bottom. I used the Alphabet a la Mode dies for the title and the date, and that is today's live video layout. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me flip you around here. Try to get a, see, whenever okay, now it asks me if I want to end again. No, I don't want to end yet. Okay, I'm not quite done. So, again, different view behind me because Hot Mess Express in this room, but it's going to be way, way better, I think, once we are done doing what we're doing. So bear with me in the meantime. You might see different backgrounds. Again, it's the last week for celebration. It's the last week to order the glass mat with the join special. If you have any questions about any of that, please reach out to me. And other than that, have a great day. See you tomorrow.